16 right now. Metro Atlanta schools have been working to help your child overcome the pandemic learning slump and avoid further learning loss this summer. Many of them encouraging summer school through expanded programs virtually and in person. But if you're still undecided if you should send your child to summer school, Jerry Carnes has some tips to help you make your decision.
After a challenging year of school in the midst of a pandemic, you might suspect your child needs some extra learning time. Summer school may or may not be the answer. Some students have no choice. Others may be looking to catch up or get ahead. Here are some tips if you're considering summer school for your child. The president of the Georgia Association of Educators reminds us that summer school is typically about 4 weeks. That means there's a lot of information crammed into a short period of time. Because of that, she and other educators recommend that your child take no more than 1 or 2 classes during the summer or risk being overwhelmed. You need to research what will be taught and how. GAE President Lisa Morgan says school systems typically don't offer a full curriculum during the summer and may not address the specific area where your child needs extra work. Another consideration, will the classes your child needs be taught in person or virtually? Morgan says parents need to consider if a child needs another month of screen time if the class they need is taught online. Summer school comes with a fee. The price varies district by district. This summer, some areas are offering some free classes to some students.
All right, so we have that sum for you. Here's some more information about summer school for some of our metro school districts. We know Gwinnett County Schools is offering high school students up to 2 free courses this summer to address learning loss. Registration closes on June 4th. And in Fulton County Schools, the district is offering summer school for all grade levels virtually and in person. Registration for that closes next Friday. Atlanta Public Schools is offering a summer recovery academy for its students. Registration has closed for that, and registration has also closed for DeKalb summer learning programs. A number of school districts, Chesley, are trying to name these summer school programs something, more interesting, so it doesn't feel so like they're, extending their year here, because it's already been a tough year for these kids. So I like the idea for Atlanta, Summer Recovery Academy.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. Whatever works, right?
Yeah.
Get our kids back on track. All right.